Alright, how's it going, guys? Is my mic working? Yeah, mic's working. Hopefully it's all good. Oh, whoops. Ping the Discord, publish. We are live on the YouTubes. We are almost live on the Twitch. But real quick, the plan for today is that we are trying to get infinite nitrogen. Essentially what's going on is that we are not producing anywhere near enough nitrogen to keep this thing going 24/7. I've actually went in and I've swapped it off using nitrogen. It's now just doing the basic recipe as opposed to the consuming all of our nitrogen. So that's the goal for today, is we want auto mod queue. That was literally today. I should stream that server more thing, but we're playing Greg Tech and I gotta get back in the swing of just streaming in general. But yeah, that's our goal. Infinite nitrogen. This thing with nitrogen will consume 1 bucket every 8 seconds. So that is like... Sounds like my world since months ago. Wow. Let me actually start like penciling this down. So our end goal is 1,000 nitrogen every 8 seconds. At least. A bit more would be nice. So the way we're going to make nitrogen is we're going to do this top recipe. Lately I've been doing the bottom recipe, which is just terrible. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, it's still good, right? You're getting like 4 nitrogen. The top is just faster. And actually, is it better to do fluid air? No, it's not. I wonder... Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, rip. How's it going, Sarah Knight? Okay, so we don't get any liquid air. There was a subtle difference. We have to do the bottom one. So 80 seconds for 4, we'll say 4 buckets. Yeah, 4 buckets is fair. Alright, so 80 seconds per 4, divided by 4, that'd be 1 every 20 seconds. So this will be 1,000 nitrogen. At base, right? Like if we get like a medium voltage centrifuge, this will be 4 times faster, which we'll probably do. Which actually, funnily enough, 4 times faster is 1,000 nitrogen every 5 seconds, which is more than what we need for this. So actually, if we just upgrade things to medium voltage, we're good to go, I believe. I suppose I do need to keep this going non-stop. What do you mean that clip, Sarah Knight? Oh, yeah, about how you just want to shoot. There's a funny video. There's this guy who's kind of being introduced to Warframe now, and he's like streaming it and stuff, and he had a funny clip where he's like, I just want to shoot the enemies. I just want to shoot the enemies. And there's those people like blowing up the entire map or whatever, like over and over again. And by the end, he finally he's able to like shoot like 2 or 3 enemies. Yeah. Literally the Warframe experience. I just want to shoot enemies. Alright. So we need a medium voltage centrifuge. Okay, so I'm actually going to add both of these to our automatic crafting. They're like both super easy to make, right? I might already have a shroom farm. I don't know. We'll see, Sarah Knight. Maybe. And Sing is going quantum. So let's actually get distracted and do that. So low voltage recipe. All right, no problem. Also low voltage, we need polyeth, which we have, which means all we need is an assembler. At this point, it's some kind of character development story. For all of your going quantum. Alright, and then we need another crafter. We need a fluid satellite. Fine electrum wire and small steel gear. Grab the steel and then electrum. See you, Sir Knight. Have a good one. I should really teach the system how to make all this stuff. I think one of my big mistakes has been a willingness in order to manually craft stuff. And like, I really should not be willing to manually craft anything. It should just be like, the system does it all for me. Like there. Well, like, why in the world do I have to request the module and not the crafting pipe? And now I gotta do the crafting pipe. What in the world? Did my... No, I set that up. Yeah, okay. I think my world got corrupted for a second. I was like, what in the world? One of my machines turned into a pot and pipe? Put it on 3. Dude, you can tell, like, I'm not even comfortable with the mouse because I've been playing so much Warframe and World of Warcraft instead. Both very fun games that I would recommend. Okay, maybe not World of Warcraft. Maybe I can't recommend World of Warcraft. That game can be pretty terrible at times. It's very grindy, right? Like, it's a true, pure MMO. There is another platform. Alright, and your job is now to keep 8 of these on hand. Actually, no, I won't want it to keep that on hand. I want it to keep the next step. on hand. They're building the longest bridge in Minecraft? Huh, that's interesting. It'd be kind of cool if you could get, like, anyone in the stream to join to help you build. You did it, like, all in survival or something. You have to have, like, unique blocks or something like that. You can't repeat the same types, otherwise the bridge gets destroyed. Kills everyone. Oh, it is in survival? Man, crafting module takes a while, but at least it's doing it all automatically. This thing, yeah, these guys are still just like perma-processing ores. Oh, there's space. Let's see if, okay, yep, it does get filled. I'm going to assume that's the same for over here. An attempt at Guinness World Record by Technoblade community. You better believe it. The Keepers of the Blade is attempting to set the record for the longest bridge of Minecraft. The live stream showcases the finale for their attempt. Completion of the bridge that is 500,000 blocks long. Built in a style inspired by the bridge Technoblade built on his Skyblock Island. Who are the Keepers of the Blade? I remember the Technoblade community. That is really cool. I think I got the gist though. That's pretty awesome. And then yeah, I suppose this is working fine. It's the centrifuging and the crushing that's taking so long. Yeah. Welcome back, Webby. Oh, yes. Welcome, Webby. Yes, we are back. Back playing the Greg Tech. Do I just gotta throw these in, right? Are you about to head to the airport? Rip. Have a good travel day. Unfortunately, I gotta have dinner with the family, so... Well, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I have to have dinner with the family. Unfortunately, I gotta travel. So... I'll be out till, like... My estimate was like 11 p.m. or whatever, like 12 p.m. Just close enough that I can drive up for dinner, but far enough away that is kind of a pain. This thing is just permanently quantum. Alright, come on, make my satellite pipe. Missing glass tubes. This is turning into a whole project that, like, this thing can't even craft the stuff I want to craft on its own. Glass tubes? Oh, what's the best way to make glass tubes right now? I know there's a better one, and, like, I just learned it, like, right before I took my hiatus. Yeah, it was this, I believe, the forming press. Yeah. That is what's really cool about Roblox, is that it makes everything easier. Roblox is pretty cool in that way. could have sworn I had a forming press down here somewhere. It's a game inside Roblox that lets you make games with severely simplified mechanics. Oh, so it's like gameception. So it's not even like you're making a Roblox game. You're making a game inside of a game somebody made on Roblox. I see. That is kind of wild. Cool, and like, it is a game, but also pretty wild. Alright, and then, do I have mold ball? Do I have blank cast anywhere? That's pretty cool. Oh, do I remember how to do zinc and copper? Alright, see you soon. Thanks for the hydrate.
Singularity Tesseract says hydrate.
Monster check. Ever since I stopped streaming, my back has been struggling a bit more. I've been playing hours upon hours of like Warframe and just like slowly like reclining back in my chair. Oh really? That's interesting. I haven't changed anything on my end, so I don't know if that helps debugging. Alright, and then glass dust is gonna be my next problem. I just know it. Best way to do glass dust. There was a better way. What was it? $30 jumping jacks, no mercy. Dude, I just wanna... What's the best way to make glass? Alright, fine. Oh, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Ooh, and cats look at me like I am nuts, which is kind of fair. I could have sworn there's a good way to do this. Oh. You're giving me a buff of this, right? I mean, if I haven't gotten buffed from work, I'm not gonna get buffed from a few jumping jacks every once in a while. I just eat too much junk food, otherwise I would be buff. Alright, see you, Sang. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the stretch and the posture check. Sandy glass. This is what it was. All right. That was 100% worth looking for. So yeah, 20 oxygen. It is a medium voltage, which means I suppose we're doing it up here. But still. Oh wait, and I'm out of sand? Dude, there's no way I'm out of sand. There is no world where I'm out of sand. Except for maybe this world. Dude, there's no way I'm out of sand, is there? Is there really? Got like 8 sand there. Alright, we'll set up the forming press to make glass tubes. Grab our sand. I made bronze? No, I did not make bronze. Did I really just make... What did I do that alloy with? What? I'm super confused. Like I put in 4 zinc, 12 copper. Oh, you want bronze? There must have been like tin in here. But like, I don't know what would have consumed the zinc if we had tin. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. I really thought I messed up. I did mess up, just in a different way than what I expected. Alright. Suppose I had that set up because I was doing aluminum with it. We need the ball, we need a crafter, which we do. We're doing actual glass. Which, is there a decent way to do this? I suppose I have to pulverize it, right? Can I macerate glass? It's gonna be really, really interesting if I can't. Okay. Watch me be out of diamonds. Alright, now we're going to quest to mine 3,000 diamonds. Alright, so this will be for glass balls, which we still need to get the mold for, but that's not too bad. And for the whatchamacallit, glass dust. I'm not going to do the recipe quite yet for that one. We'll do the recipe for this one. can be so finicky sometimes to get like the right numbers. It's not clearing either. It's like there's certain like UI types that like it doesn't let it interact with properly or something weird. Do I actually have... No, that's right. I didn't do that. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. I do actually have some aluminum. Cool. All right. Finally get to casting form ball. And then steel. Oh, that's dark steel. I see. It's like, why in the world? Why in the world does it say 0 over there, but there's like 200 steel in the system? All of this, that way we can automatically make a fluid satellite, so that way I can automatically construct medium voltage machine casings. So I can automatically request them up here, so that way I can manually craft machine parts in like one step shorter. Just like a Russian nesting doll of projects and dependencies and crazy spaghetti lines and stuff like that. Did have a chest, which I was just starting to use to store all of my backpacks. I'm actually kind of curious if the system is going to use this right away. I kind of hope it does. But at the same time, I won't necessarily be disappointed if it doesn't. Yeah, so either it hasn't realized or it doesn't have good prerequisite resources for it yet. Either way, I'm not too disappointed. Wait, this will be a good test for our trees too, to see if it's actually keeping up or if we need to do a bit more. I suppose it's going to be only half the burning rate that we're going to have even before we add on extra Pyro 7s. Guess let's just mount at this wall. kind of hate that it turns into sandstone deep enough. Like, just keep it all sand. I want to mine all of it, all the way down to bedrock. No, you're gonna ruin my satisfying fun by adding in a layer of stone that I can't mine. I suppose I can mine, but I gotta switch tools. Literally the perfect buff. It is kind of funny that haste whatever, haste 3 still doesn't make this instant mine. I mean, it's pretty close. So after this, we'll have plenty of glass. We'll automatically be able to make glass tubes. I'm sure the system will entertain itself by making like just an absurd amount of circuits. But we'll finally be able to do completely automatic medium voltage machine casings. Probably request everything we need, like compressor wise and stuff, just straight in the table. This is so satisfying. It's like clearing an entire desert flat. All right. So initially I was thinking kind of like doing a cyberpunk, kind of like futuristic, like underbelly type of base, but I'm not sure I want to do that anymore. I'm still not like super, I'm not sold on any ideas anymore, unfortunately. I was actually pretty sold on that like Depths of Zon type, but also sci-fi type aesthetic. I guess part of me is also kind of concerned that that's kind of a hard aesthetic to pull off. I know we probably got like literally thousands of hours of like just sitting waiting for crafts and stuff to finish, but still. Learning a new skill? Why would I do that? I don't know. Maybe we just give it a go. Because I mean, we got other planets and stuff, and I'm sure, judging by some of the screenshots and stuff, at some point you just get like a space station. A lot of people just build their bases on the space station. I don't know if that's the actual case, but by how some of them seem to be like built in a void world, that's kind of the conclusion I come to. We haven't even finished our third backpack. Probably still mined like literally thousands of sand though. I didn't realize there was an altar over here. Suppose there is. So we got three backpacks and some change. I mean, that's probably enough, right? Like 15 becomes like 30 stacks of sand. I'll dump the rest of them just like straight into the system and we'll have sand for later. That's probably fair, right? Like, I know we're eventually going to use 30 stacks of glass tubes, but that'd be a lot of glass tubes. I suppose the EBFs have been on super frequently lately, so I don't know if the full hazmat's strictly necessary anymore. And then let me grab 2 more stacks out of this guy. And then everything into the arc furnace. The rest can go up here. I believe this thing's equipped to handle dumping the sand in a barrel. I actually don't remember. Oh well. That much sand isn't gonna clog up our system too badly. And we got like 9,000 impure pile of redstone. And this is like maybe half of that's in a barrel, so like we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Over 5,000 blocks of charcoal. Where is the charcoal being stored? Because I did this thing. Because it's like I was gonna ramp up. Okay, it's just going in there. It's just getting voided. Okay. Pick up more compressors on it, and then we'll start working towards our quintuple. And it looked like we were keeping up on wood production, but let me just double check down here. Yeah, we're keeping up no problem. So that is 3,600 from that, and 4,500, so like 7,000, 8,100 between the two per hour. Pretty good. Which our boilers are going to consume nowhere near that amount. Like, not even on the same like order of magnitude are they going to consume that amount. All right. So that should handle the glass tube problem. Missing 6 steel rods. How can you not make steel rods? That seems kind of wild. So I taught how to make aluminum rods. I taught how to make stainless steel rods. But never how to make steel rods. That's probably a little bit of an oversight. I mean, I could just upgrade to a Mark IV. Well, actually, I didn't get. Oh, silver. Oh, pickaxes, right? I keep forgetting. So those two go in there. This one. Steel rod. How long is it going to take us to find the real one? There it is. All right. Boom, look at that. Everything's lighting up like a Christmas tree. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Dude, it's trying to make 64 basic circuits right now. What's it missing? Red alloy wire? Uh-oh. Oh, this guy doesn't have enough power. Or is it something else? Because I can see this guy running out of power too. I genuinely forgot. Yeah, it's red alloy wire. Is what they're missing. It's and vacuum tubes. Oh, they got vacuum tubes. It does feel pretty good watching this actually doing stuff. It sat idle for way too long. Sweet, finally. Oh, and you ready for the funny part? The funny part, and this all goes into one of these assemblers down here, and it needs to be a medium voltage assembler in order to make the actual satellite. So that's funny. I could just put like a medium voltage transformer on it. It'd be like super easy to do. I'm missing some part? I'm missing the robotic arm. I'll just borrow one from my stash. Yeah, still working on the robot arm. Probably work on that for a while. Which is fine. Oh, so crafting pipe. This is a low voltage recipe, alright. No problem there then. Let's make another assembler. Put those back in there. Boom, boom. With the fluid logistics. You are on 18. And you are doing crafting pipes. Because I am tired of handcrafting these. Even though they're kind of trivial. Alright. We need a basic pipe for you, but you're going to be the medium voltage machine casing. Which actually saves me on raw iron, which is very nice. And it saves an aluminum plate. Dude, I should have been doing this forever ago if it saves aluminum. Oh yeah, and I need the fluid upgrades. That's right. I forgot about that. Do I have any? The crafting. And it's a pipe, right? So I just have to throw it in. I don't need the module upgrade module. Or was it like the module upgrade, the upgrade module upgrade or something like that? Oh, it's such a crazy name. That's right, I was just needing one of these. Satellite 22. Two copper wires, a medium voltage machine casing, polyethylene, two 88, and you get a medium voltage machine hull. Cool. And then if I go over here and say I want 8 of them at all times, actually I should probably say 16, but that's fine. This guy is doing its thing. Is he able to make all 8? He's able to make all 8. Cool. I'm loving this thing already. You're gonna save me seconds. A few seconds every time I want to craft something. Over however many thousands of times I craft stuff. Oh, it's doing rubber. Wait, do I have this thing set as like an active supply non-stop? I do. You don't need to do that for now. I should have like an absurd amount of rubber, I think. Refined glue, ethylene, redstone alloy, soldering, rubber. Yeah, I have 405,000 rubber, which like, I suppose only 10% of the tank, but it's a good amount for now. Now I'm doubting myself, right? And I'm like, you know, 405,000 rubber is a lot. But high voltage is all about scale. You know, having 405,000 rubber is nice. Until I need to make 400 copper cables. Okay, and our lowest supply right now is 10. Oh, I need an upgrade for iron. Is iron upgraded? Iron is not upgraded. Give me a storage upgrade. We'll go mine for 10. Redstone's fake this slow. It's not actually this slow. Redstone is significantly higher than that. The reason why it looks that low is because all our redstone's impure right now. Okay, actually, maybe I should grab a couple of those upgrades. Yeah, upgrade module upgrade. I'm sure I have a barrel of impure over here. If I don't, that's kind of troll. Impure redstone. Wait, does redstone even have a barrel? Redstone doesn't even have a barrel. It's like most of that stuff's just getting dumped in here, yeah. We're actually about to... Wow. It's probably worth condensing that. I should add a band for copper, not copper, redstone. So I just need some providers, I need some basics. That should be all. I can do that. Now 4 barrels. It's gonna be 4 barrels, it's gonna be 4 providers. What else? I suppose I want structural upgrades, right? Which, that's another thing I should probably add in there. Oh, no, it's not super urgent because it's not going into like this portion of our storage very often. Like, it is a little bit, but like you see there, it is a little bit. But yeah, we still have 2 rows of gold chests at least before we run out. I love how I have chests, but not barrels. Alright, cool. So this will hopefully cause less redstone to back up. Empty your pile. Can be crushed. A cinnabar. So you are crushed redstone. You are impure pile. I need logistics pipes, 4 for default routes. And then I need to throw at least one of those in here. And I need another huge tin pipe. I don't know why. Okay, I do know why. It's kind of annoying that's going into there, which is fine. The reason why redstone isn't coming up here to be stored after it's been like centrifuged and stuff is because there's like 2 systems coming out right now, right? There's 2 systems going on. This centrifuge outputs to this pipe here in the middle, this tin pipe, which then overflows into these chests over here. So the reason why we have redstone down here is because it's being output into this pipe and it's overflowing down here. The only one of these kind of like processing segments that goes upstairs to that wall of ores is the furnaces. Yeah, I don't have Optifine Zoom, it looks like. That I put on keybind, I forgot. So that's something else we're gonna have to fix. Wait, what do I do with my basics? Did I just not grab them, or did I, what? Okay, whatever. Whatever. Halfway through the stream and haven't even started on making compressors. Kinda how Greg Tech goes. Okay. Now if there's any of this stuff that goes into the system, it should store in these locations. Okay, so there's no request items, so it won't automatically put stuff in there. Would be cool. So that will help things. Impure won't be overflowing into these chests. I'll overflow that barrel instead first. All right. So we actually only need 1 centrifuge if it's overclocked. So that makes that side easy. The real question now is how many compressors do I need to get 5 of these every 80 seconds? One can keep up. Actually, 1 can keep up. That's crazy. Wait, 1 can keep up. So that means I literally only need 1 medium voltage compressor and 1 medium voltage centrifuge. And this should, in theory, keep up with the stuff downstairs. So I mean, I guess I was right that it'd be an easy project. I didn't expect it to be that easy though. That is, I really thought it was gonna be more difficult than that. Oh, of course I'm missing the pistons. We're not crafting medium voltage pistons. It's a bit of an oversight if I do say so myself. Well, now I guess what we have to do. We have to look at the piston recipe. Start making these guys automatically. So it can't make small aluminum gears, but that's fine. Then assembler. Look at that. And it handles it all for us. Brings it right to us. All right, and then I suppose we need a medium voltage turbine, right? I use gas? I think I use gas. Obviously steam. These guys are on benzene. Yeah, it is steam. Well, I guess gas, not steam, my bad. Yeah, gas. I believe one of these guys should be enough. These are both very cheap recipes. Whoops. That's illegal. It's gotta face this way. Otherwise it doesn't work properly. So it doesn't know those are actually in demand. Let's actually make them in demand. How many of the low voltage am I taking? Doing 32 of the low voltage. Whoops. Yep, that'll do the trick. I suppose it can't bulk 16 right now, so it's not gonna request them. But for the future, that should be pretty helpful. Then yeah, provider pipe, some basics and some unrouted. Then I need some cells. I suppose I can just do an empty provider. I can do a supplier. I suppose I also need a fluid supplier, not a fluid. And I have another extractor. A fluid extractor. Tea juicer device too. Sorry, I'm just trying to run this through my head, right? Like, how's it going, King? It has been a little while. I haven't been streaming as much. I think we're good to cannibalize this project a little bit. I actually don't know if those guys can handle water. Alright, looks like we're good. Suppose I do want that extractor, don't I? So I don't think there's anything else we super need here. Really? It doesn't have fluid suppliers as like a thing that it just makes automatically for me. It doesn't even make active supplier modules, let alone passive supplier modules. Man, whoever made this system really was not thinking very well. Two salt ore requested. Well, let's see what we can do. Is this a good spot to do it? I feel like there are better spots. Could do it over top of this. Is this a medium voltage line, isn't it? Yeah, it's a medium voltage line. So I can actually fairly easily just piggyback off of it. And yes, it's a little bit of spaghetti. But spaghetti tastes pretty good sometimes. Alright, so we're gonna have this guy. Where'd my wrench go? My wrench just get eaten or something? Oh no, it's right there. So these guys are both gonna go there, and I actually need a screwdriver for like the first time ever. And like not a crafting recipe. Because the idea is that they're just going to automatically output their items to each other. And then I will fluid extract. But this isn't going to work, is it? Because we end up with like oxygen cells. So I should put it up to filter. It'd be easiest just to... So it's easiest to just supply this guy with empty cells, right? Have this guy go to a fluid canner. Not this one. You know, I'm going to throw this one in here so I don't accidentally make that mistake. And if I can do an item extractor on this and it actually pulls stuff out the way I hope it does, I think this will be good. I suppose we can try it out. It's gonna be a stack of empty cells. It's eventually what this guy is gonna supply. Alright, so you're overclocking that 7.5 seconds instead of 15. You're automatically item outputting to here. As soon as you get 5, you're going to automatically fluid out to here, which will then get extracted. But it doesn't solve our oxygen cells. Need a medium voltage, even though it's kind of excessive. That is almost certainly excessive. Yeah, bulk 50 will work. Then we conveyor, import. I accidentally destroy way too much of the wall. My only concern is that it's trying to, it's trying to input into the pipe. Which I suppose we can fix by doing that. There we go. Centrifuge is working. We got empty cells. Conveyor probably picked up the oxygen cells. Nitrogen's getting pulled out. This is the advanced, so it should be able to handle this voltage. Cool. Then actually, if I can fluid out this into there, that would be super sick. I can see a universe where this doesn't work, but I kind of hope it does. I suppose that's right. That doesn't handle empty cells. Yeah, I suppose this is the part where it gets more jank, isn't it? It's always going well. And at the very, very end, it's like, alright, I just want it to work. We're going to become a little jank. So let's connect this guy here. It should have empty cells in it in a second. Cool. Lock this, and then I can conveyor these out. And then I can put a provider here. So now this gets pulled out. Whatever's in there gets pulled out. And this does have to stay on 20 seconds. That's fine. So no matter what, I'll have a place to go. Either be oxygen, which goes into a fluid canner, and empty cells end up in there. Perfect. Kind of a funny spot to put it, but yeah, it works. I mean, these are all like pretty low power machines that just kind of do like a general task that needs to be done. So I mean, they kind of fit together and they're kind of like similar profiles and don't get in each other's way. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to justify the fact that I just introduced more spaghetti into our base. Is this thing running 24/7? I think by the math, it should gradually accumulate compressed air. It looks like that's what's going on. All right, so now, actually, how long is this taking to make? 40 seconds. We need a second one of these, don't we? Realization dawns. So one of these operations gives us, this is a little under, right? Gives us around 4,000 nitrogen every 40 seconds. We need, actually, we need 1,000 every 20 seconds. Oh no, that's what it is before doubling. We need capitals 1,000 nitrogen every 8 seconds. So not only do I have to put down a second one of these, I need it to be even faster. I'd still not be fast enough. I still need more. I say we put in a second one. And then think for a few seconds before we do another one. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry, I remember why I didn't do that. So I'll just mirror this on this side. Oh, that's annoying. Why do you have to be that way? If I move this over, it's actually a higher priority. And then we shouldn't have this issue. How to make the most jank system ever. Okay, we do need another pump. I need to make 2 of those for the other compressor. Centrifuge doesn't require any. Okay, this should be good. So now I got the canner. Clear the crafting grid. Make 2 of those. Make my compressor. And then make my centrifuge. And then do I have any annealed copper wire? I do have to teach this thing how to make steel. As one of the things that's like, it'd be really nice if this thing could make. Rip my hang glider. Actually, no, I want raw iron dust. My bad. Got the extractors, we got the cables, wrench. We're borrowing the other tank, so that's not a problem. Alright. Do this in reverse with canner not there. Canner. Centrifuge, advanced of course. And then compressor. Get rid of you. New cable. Connect it up. New drive is simple. Auto output. Get you hooked up to the matrix. Cool, so I'll do that. And these guys should... Oh, you're doing fluid. Okay, this isn't bad actually. We're still good. Go there, provider. Pop, pop, pop. Compressor. Oh, centrifuge, yeah. You're hooked. Centrifuge is fluid out to the tank. Which means that this is a conveyor on 20 seconds. And then compressor goes here. This conveyor can be on 80 seconds. Get the fluid tank. Then fluid extractor. And then I need a supplier. Man, I really thought I had everything. I was like, I'm prepared. So, give me what you got. No problems. I'll be able to do it. Then I need a tank, and I need a provider. A supplier, I should say. But that'll be close to the amount of nitrogen we need. We'll be at nitrogen every 10 seconds instead of 8 seconds. And even somewhat spookier is that we need this to be even crazier, right? Like, this is not even enough for one. We're just shy of enough for one of our Pyrolos ovens. And the plan's to get more. There's the cheap one. Oops, not a super tank. It requires clay. Dude, honestly, the super tank's just easier to make. Which is kind of wild, actually. Like, I'm probably not gonna make those things anymore. Fluid out, fluid out. Baby electric Enderman. You want these, bulk 50. Boom, that should be a lot of nitrogen and a bit of oxygen, which will be nice too. This will be like, what, 2 oxygen every... 1 oxygen every 20 seconds. So it'll be like 100 oxygen per second. I think. No, it'll be like 50 oxygen per second. Oh well. We got a better source of just keeping up on oxygen. Even though I am like electrolyzing some of our ores and stuff in order to supercharge our oxygen production. Like, how much oxygen do we have? We have 2.5 million oxygen. Okay. I should be a little less worried about oxygen. How's it going, Kat? We are doing de Greg. We are upscaling our nitrogen production, I suppose, and our oxygen production. Just going in there successfully. And that's getting drawn out. Should be good. Glad to hear. Found a sign you can't get out of your head. Dude, I hate earworms like that. Yeah, no problem with wood keeping up. C4118's bangers in background. Do you have the game open or something? Or something that's similar in style. Actually, I should probably open the bags, shouldn't I? Where do I put? So we need one more of these systems, right? I don't know where to put it. I was playing in my background. Minecraft 1.18 official soundtrack. Not even nearly enough. Is it 11? It is 11. Ha, I did remember. I think a lot of it's probably like in his style, but most of them are by the new artists. Axolotl, I think. It might be. I don't remember all the tracks by name like that. Do we move this EBF downstairs and teach it how to... I think we should. I think we move this EBF downstairs and we teach the system how to make steel. It burns oxygen, but we literally have 2.5 million oxygen. Like, we'll be good for a while. Let's move this EBF downstairs. We'll power it with gas turbines. And I'm gonna rob these fluid suppliers. And do I need to rob the fluid suppliers? Maybe I'll leave them. Well, these are basics. What do I have for energy hatches then? Low voltage? This recipe is a medium voltage. Sorry, I want the good EBF to be like manually crafting, but no, we have AE2 at home, AE2 at home. Dude, I'm enjoying AE2 at home though. Let's build a mega EBF. Yeah. Yeah, let me get right on that. Oh, where is this even at? Is it here? Yeah, it is. Yeah, let me get 864 coil blocks real quick. This could be a fun challenge to do, though. Put your Timu 2 at work. Like, this would be the hardest part for me right now, especially the mica insulator. Like, Invar is no problem. I just have to put the recipe in the system. Alright, I want to teach the system how to make steel, and then I'll let it go wild. I should also upgrade the energy hatches. Yeah, it's rough. I'm sure I'll get better as like we get to a higher tier, but right now What are you even fluid supplying here? Oh, it was fluid supplying nitrogen because I think I was using this one for nitrogen recipes and I was using this one for oxygen recipes or something like that. I think it was like aluminum or something that was faster in that one. It's just fiberglass. I mean, fiberglass and cancer. This feels like kind of a random place to put it, but at the same time, this is kind of where it makes sense. Well, as input, I was like, what in the world? Energy hatches. Input low voltage for fluid. I don't really use this, but it can exist over here. Maintenance hatch, EBF. Yeah, I mean, like fiberglass loose and stuff doesn't really. You don't see loose fiberglass very often. Has problems. Oh, yes. There's a few problems. Next week after that was not fun. Yeah. So I think we build. These need 2 amps each, don't they? So we're gonna build a gas turbine. We're gonna fluid provide it with benzene. And then we're gonna step it down to low voltage, and then use lossless cables. That's the game plan. Most common installation for heating highways here, or whatever they're called. I guess we don't really heat highways. It's like, good luck, everybody. We're gonna throw down some salt. I suppose there's a slurry mix they use if it's going to get below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, which apparently can lower the temperature like impressively far. I don't remember what the exact numbers are. I'm not going to try to quote them. I mean, we don't have heated roads. Heck, we don't even have heated street lights. Yeah, not street lights. Sorry, traffic lights. What they do is they say, Oh yeah, byproduct of the light is that it generates a lot of heat. And the savings to switch them to LEDs would be too low, and you have to install heaters. So we just use less efficient ones that make heat year round. It's literally a huge insulated pipe of water heating up houses. I guess we don't have that. We have, I believe we have gas for the most part. Called a heating highway because the pipe is just long. Okay, I see what you mean. I guess we might call those like steam pipes, and those are fairly rare. I know of like a few places in the state that has them, but really not many. It's actually fairly unique that they have them. Gas turbine, and then we need a transformer. Medium voltage to low voltage. And then we need the redstone alloy cable. We need at least 4 amps. Send the link in Discord. Twitch eats the link and doesn't even tell me what it is. Missing raw rubber dust. Jeez, what the heck are you making? Dude, this has been jammed for a while, hasn't it? Man, this has been jammed for a long while. Okay, so that's why it's been trying to make a stack of circuits for however long. That's funny. Glad I stumbled into that. I wonder if there's a... I suppose if I did a satellite... I can limit insertion. Okay, that might do it. Oh, cool. It's actually really neat. Yeah, we don't have anything like that. Be cool if we did, though. Give me molten rubber. Then you are gonna make wire. I need at least 4 because we need 4 amps. Throw that in there, throw this there. My empty cells should be here. I forgot that it requests in thousands. I need 1/44. No, we'll be fine. It's probably enough cable, to be honest. You just trying to climb up it? Didn't know fiberglass was that dangerous when I did that. I mean, it's only really like... Is it? I shouldn't speak about things I don't know about. I should not speak about danger levels of things that I do not understand. It is I know for sure it's like a really nasty irritant. I know for sure you don't want it in your eyes. You don't want it in your skin either because it's super itchy. But beyond that, it's like a don't inhale type of hazard. I'm gonna touch off my fingers for a solid week since that. Oof, that was like 5 years ago. Do I happen to like carrying around a sack of water cells on my body at all times on my person? Wow, that stuff's actually lasted pretty long. Yeah, but since everything is outside, installation risk is very low, parts per million approaches 0. Yeah, that's true. I usually think of fiberglass as like insulation, like indoors and stuff. Alright, so step down. Input. Okay. Input medium voltage 1 amp. Output low voltage 4 amps. Medium voltage 1 amp. And I'm actually going to run this somewhat discreetly. Do I have my fluid provider? I really need 2 fluid providers, don't I? Okay, what was this? Tank, cell. Yeah, it's one of these guys. Of course, I'm missing steel plates. Will this combine them for me? I genuinely forget. No, it will gladly turn them into foil for me, though. I appreciate that. Put it on 2. All right. So I need the steel cell, I need basics. I think I need a supplier module if I remember right. I might need tin alloy. Like soldering alloy, that is. No, we don't. Okay. There we go. Can you imagine if it ate it and put it into like some other random project? I love how today's goal was to make infinite nitrogen. And then now here we are, we made a good amount of nitrogen. Not as much as we want. Apparently this guy's not running for some reason. Oh, I forgot I set that to import. It's a fair reason not to run. And then we got like a whole bunch of stuff auto-crafted. Yeah, I suppose I do need this here, don't I? Because I'm doing like... I gotta do satellite level stuff. I have to do this essentially, which means I need item conduit. Item conduit and item filters. And a crafting byproduct. So give me the crafting pipe, give me that. I need item conduit. I need at least 2 item conduit. And then I need item filter. How was it that I do that again? I need item filter plus iron bars. Zinc foil plus fine steel. I do have steel again. What the heck? This thing was complaining so much about not having steel earlier. I wonder what changed. Was it 10 to make foil? Yeah, 10 to make foil. Every time I see tinfoil, I laugh a little bit. And then put on 1. All right, then we just need 2 iron bars. And then this thing's gonna be able to fully make its own steel. Which I was hoping was gonna cause like a giant chain reaction explosion where it's like crafting bajillion things, but that may not be the case. Yeah, things got really backed up because of the red alloy incident. What's he even wanting here? Oh, it's a bunch of steel pipes. So I wonder why it's not making them. I don't know. That's a question for another day. For now, automated steel is going to be amazing. I'm gonna be satisfied with that. They're there. All right. This may be enough, it may not be enough. So, basic chest. You are output. So you are inserts. You can insert everything and extract everything, that's no problem. You need filtered. You are on inserts. You only take raw iron. Specifically raw iron dust. The crafting logistics pipe can go there if we're trying to be discreet. The fluid supplier, we need one there and one here. Go basic, basic, unrouted, unrouted. Put that back in place. We're gonna do basics, unrouted. That is a basic. I forget if I can do corners with unrouted. I suppose since it's not complaining, we probably can. It's only junctions you can't. All right. You get steel when you put it in, not pig iron. You get steel when you put it in raw iron. And this guy's job, if I can click him, keep at least 1,000, 16,000 oxygen. Your job is to keep this guy with like 32,000 benzene. Oh yeah, and fluid byproduct. It's crafting byproduct, not fluid byproduct. And this thing produces ashes. Oh, it sees like every single tool. Oh, for those wire cutters. Then I need crowbar, soldering iron. Screwdriver and soft mallet. Do you have a soft mallet? Screwdriver might be the one I don't have. It's fairly rare that I need to use a screwdriver. Then we'll also request like a stack more steel than what we have. Let's see if it works. Then set this guy to 11. Man, this thing's gonna be awesome. Yes! Oh, that's so satisfying. And 5 seconds per steal is really good. Not as fast as it could be, but oh, this is, why are you? I'm gonna say it's kind of weird. I guess I had it on the wrong side. There we go. That should do the trick. And then is it pulling the ashes out too? It looks like it. Beautiful. Steel 100% automated. It's so still going wild. What is it missing? So it's making a bunch of vacuum tubes. It's missing steel rods. I guess I'm just gonna have to manually make like an absurd amount of steel rods and start passing them around. Produce 2 stacks. How much does this thing want? 18, 22. Yeah, that'll produce more than what this thing wants. So I'll have to pull out the surplus later, but that should hopefully unjam everything. What about you? Why are you jammed? You're jammed because of robo arms. Robo arms. Okay, robo arms. What are? Is that robo arms? Oh, I see. They're jammed because of rods. Thought that was a spider for a second. It's like, oh my god. Like an Eldritch Abomination spider. What are you waiting for? Oh, yeah. This is waiting for an absurd amount of circuits. And it's missing resistors, which are crafted upstairs still. And that's probably out of power. I do gotta fix this. It doesn't even fluid craft properly. Like there's no fluid satellite to provide to this thing. I think I would replace this recipe if I could do it with a basic. But yeah, it's this one down here. I really just need to get another transformer and then get another transformer and do it that way. Because there's like so much crafting that we've missed out on because I wasn't keeping this thing powered. Is everything on these sides outputs? So that's an input. And everything is input, I see, okay. So output is on the bottom only. I'm trying to think if there's a good way that I can integrate another one. I suppose I could just do it here without a problem. Yeah, our fluid satellite crafted. Put transformer, put the block on top, crafting pipe and satellite, no problem. Yep, and that's all taken care of. Cool. So I can confiscate these. Okay, so low voltage transformer, satellite, and crafter with a fluid upgrade, which I do have. Okay. Cool, so I can request those. I was a little worried it was gonna be struggling too much with resource demands to be able to handle that request. And then low voltage transformer. Soft mount to invert. So you are in step down mode. Now you're in step up mode. I am real. And we're about to do something very risky. If I do this wrong, there will be a gigantic explosion. Not just a small explosion. You know what? I'm going to do it the safest way I can think to do this, which is to do it down here. Okay, we should be good. Maybe I was a little too worried about nothing. I'm sorry, I was thinking it's like, how in the world do I do this in order to not cause this cable to burn and every single machine down here to explode? Because that would be a moment. And honestly, there's enough work put into those things now that I do kind of care about them and kind of want them to explode. Did I ever make a medium voltage assembler? I think I only made low voltage. Yeah, that's what it looks like. There's like so many pages of just old projects. A lot of them finished. Most of them probably. Missing conveyor module medium voltage. So that's interesting that it's able to... Yeah, that is interesting. Alright, I guess we gotta teach how to make that. And I'm assuming it doesn't know about conveyor. It doesn't know about robot arms either. Yeah, it doesn't know about either. Luckily, they're both easy recipes. They don't have any fluid components. So I'm trying to think, what all I got time for still today. I think we get these medium voltage things crafting, we get the resistors figured out and move down here, and then we upgrade our nitrogen production, and that'll probably be a good point. Background noise stream. Yeah, I strive to be a good fourth monitor streamer. Not even second monitor content, fourth monitor content. You see, the second monitor content is too competitive. I'm just ahead of the game going for that fourth monitor. Alright, cool. And then let's get this thing automatically requesting those. Whoops. Like for some things you hold shift to like scroll it, other times you hold control to scroll it. And so it can make things funny sometimes. Right, so these guys should be busy. For some reason, robot arm is not busy. Is this robot arm, or is this... Yeah, that's robot arm. Why is robot arm not busy? Why is robot arm not busy? It should be. It should have everything it needs to do its thing. I guess maybe for some reason it's just deciding not to. This one looks so cool. It's like the most boring machine here, but it looks so cool. The fluid solidifier. It turns rubber fluid into rubber plates. Incredible. That thing's still jammed. Whoops. How many things want this? Wow. 24 requests for these resistors. So that's still doing its thing. I never actually made the medium voltage assembler, did I? They just got it so the components would automatically craft. What are we even missing from making robot arms? Aluminum ingots. Yeah. Yeah, that'd certainly be a wall we can run into. Lazurite is actually my way out of it, though. I do not know where that Lazurite's being stored. Do have some concerns. Oh, I still have 32 Lazurite. Okay, we're good. Yeah, like 140 stacks of Lazurite would put everything in shambles. Like that would easily overflow. Satellites. And I'm doing infinite. Alright. So we'll do infinite of these, and then we'll do the same on centrifuge, except for the impure. Is this the... Oh, this is just for rubber. That's right. I think this is the chest that's feeding into our centrifuge. Looks like it. There you go. So now the Lazurite is also going to get centrifuged. Our centrifuge is 3 centuries behind, but once it catches up, it'll be taken care of. Our grinders are only 2 centuries behind. You suppose the next... I really don't want to make a second EBF. I guess it'd be a 30 EBF at this point, wouldn't it? I mean, I could put both recipes in this and just do a fluid supply, like a fluid satellite, without a problem, I think. I think I can do that and not run into any issues. Otherwise, we can multi-block. That's not multi-block. We can wall share a second EBF. And then just make sure that the fluid is separate. I was had to start figuring out how to automate circuits, which I don't want to mess with. Hi, Mr. Enderman. He's inspecting the premises, making sure everything's OSHA compliant, which I'm sure it is. For now, let's just make a gigantic batch of aluminum. How I make aluminum is we buy, oh, we don't buy, we request as much lazurite as can fit in our inventory as possible. And then dump it all into our electrolyzer, which will then give us a bunch of sodium, silicone, and calcium. And then we just throw the aluminum we get out of it into our tinker smelter. It's actually kind of an annoying process, and I don't think we're gonna be able to automate it for a while. But at least it's not terrible to do when you're doing it in giant batches. Okay, I want to see all this going through the pipe. See all of it. It is kind of cool to see it running around. It's a lot more active now than it used to be. Still going. Okay, there we go. So this will all... Okay, this will melt down into a ton of aluminum. I don't know what the actual number is, but it's a lot. And actually, this would be something worth overclocking to high voltage if I had the machines. Yeah, 40 seconds per operation, which means 40 seconds per 6 aluminum. Wow. I mean, hey, at least we're getting a bit more than like 10 every however many seconds. My worst nightmare was confirmed by giving it access to the aluminum reserves. Oh, I wait for everything. What can we do? We can kind of go mining, is kind of what my thought is. Or I suppose we can do that setup again, but do it on low voltage. Because what? Each one of these is 1,000 nitrogen every 20 seconds. If I did it on low voltage, it would be 1,000 nitrogen every 40 seconds. Which would be like 250. It'd be close. For some reason, I'm not doing the exact math. I think we'd have enough. Because we're currently at 1,000 nitrogen every 10 seconds. We want 1,000 nitrogen every 8 seconds. I do think at the end of the day we just gotta double this though. Like stack one on the other side behind it. Get the gas turbine going. Can this handle that many amps? No, it can't. Okay, this is actually probably good thing I didn't get it going. I just don't know where to put it is the thing, right? Like this cable is basically at its limit. We're 32 EU for both centrifuges. We're 16 from those, so that'd be like 48 plus those two. So we're 64 EU. Not 64 EU. Dude, I cannot do basic math. We're 96 EU off of this cable. And there's quite a bit of decline on it. What, we're adding an extra 40 EU? Yeah. So wherever we add it, it has to be somewhere else. Is that being underclocked? Because it should be able to... Might be being underclocked. Yeah, we don't have another fluid extractor. Suppose we can get extractors to automatically craft. That'd be really nice. Get extractors auto crafting. Then I can set it up without any issues. Mostly anywhere. Stuff's actually really calmed down here. I suppose it's because I haven't put a new battery in this machine up here for a while. Yeah, look at that. It still wants to do 11 operations. And every operation takes 30,000 EU, and this thing can supply like 6. So actually we're close. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. I'm gonna have to put the battery in one more time. Oh yeah, so we have aluminum. Aluminum goes in here. It misbehaved and gave us zinc. And this puts out the raw aluminum, and raw aluminum goes in EBF. Then this, actually only 37 seconds. That isn't too bad. I suppose this thing's overclocked, isn't it? It's running at high voltage. Okay, it's ramp, so medium voltage, but also a higher coil upgrade, so it's extra overclocked. I got things working downstairs again. Is this guy even? Oh, this is the magnetizer. I see. The polarizer. It's making medium voltage motors with all the aluminum that we're providing it. Certainly made conveyors at least. We probably need to set up like a dedicated electrolyzing station. Do I do it downstairs or over here? I think we do it over here. And I think we do a machine per thing we want electrolyzed. Or is that too excessive? Because current setup, this thing can easily get backed up. And that's gonna be the case with this. I suppose I need half as many electrolyzers as I'm doing dusts. Because each electrolyzer can have 2 slots. I think that's the play. What do I even do with this thing? Apparently I centrifuged it again. Not really much else you can do with it. What do I do with this stuff? Centrifuge, get that plus basalt. 0 processing tree. I don't even know why I didn't just automatically start centrifuging these. So this will clearly get centrifuged. Don't know what to do with this yet. Looks like it smelts. Ooh, okay. So there's some interesting stuff in here that I haven't fully explored quite yet. What does centrifuge need? This needs electric motors. This is what I have in here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right. And then I need gas turbines. So I don't need 8 gas turbines, right? I only need a few. I wonder how many would be enough. So right now we're getting by basically on 2, right? Getting by on yeah, 2. Okay. I'm just gonna place it here. Grab some more large tin. And make it a bit more sensible. I don't need conveyors actually. Do I need higher amperage? I do not believe I do. Alright, so I forget which is which, but for the moment we're just gonna go like so. Kind of spaghetti. We'll clean up eventually. That is actually egregious spaghetti. I have no clue who authorized this. Do that. And then auto item out, auto out, auto out. Okay, so this is the output line, this is the input line. So I do that, there should be items filling in here. Yep, perfect. And pure pyrite. So then to get to the output line, we dig a hole. And then make it even more confusing, you know, like, every time I look at that, I'm gonna be like, which one is the input? Which one's supposed to be the output? Okay. So far, annealed wire is almost done. But we'll do a gas turbine here. I can put an extra turbine there if I need to. Which we probably are, if I'm being completely honest. I need a fluid supplier. Charge my wrench. I need like a super fast wrench charger somewhere where it's like battery buffer with like an absurd amount of amps running into it. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Alright, I just had a thought, right? Because it's like, I want to upgrade it to an extra turbine if I need to. So that means we need 2 amps. If I wanted to double it and have machines on the other side, we would need even more amps. Should probably actually check my phone. Yeah, we're good. Meeting with family tonight, so I gotta get going at some point, and should keep an eye out to see if they say anything. Actually, what am I doing? I don't need to make another turbine. I got a turbine right here that would have caused explosions if I hooked it up. I did completely forget about the fluid provider. We'll use a pump and a tank, I think. I can use a tank like that. That'll be fine. Not provider. I need a cell. And one of these. Of course, I need more double steel pipes. Hull plates. I should honestly just teach you how to make those. I'll be right back, guys. Somebody's smoke alarm's going off. Well, it's going off for like 0.2 seconds and then they're turning it off. I don't know. Judging by what I was smelling this morning, I think the occupants of that apartment are aware of why their smoke alarm's going off. And we're not in immediate danger of a fire. Although it is very obnoxious. So we double seal plates. Still going off. There's like 3 beeps and then it's off. Which is not get out now behavior. It's literally only theirs. Come on. Get in the system. I can see them. Yay, finally. That is fire clay. I wonder if I should AFK in the world when I go up. Be like 4 to 6 hours of AFK. I wonder if I can set up anything productive while I'm away. I mean, ore processing is productive, right? I could set up this thing to automatically feed the aluminum into here. Just like a super jank setup. It'll automatically feed the raw aluminum from here into the EBF. And just make aluminum the entire time I'm heading up north. Potential. Oh, it's probably running out of output space. Yeah, because it's 60 per. Half item output. If I just upgraded them to the medium voltage conveyors. Wait, why did I make the tank? I suppose I was thinking I was gonna do all this from like the same. Alright, that should get everything powered up. Wait, can only hold 16. What am I doing? So we'll set this to 14. Like I'm all spinning. 8 seconds per, as opposed to 34 seconds per. Aw, that's beautiful. So that should hopefully help your processing congestion on this side of things. Now let's upgrade these guys. Honestly, high voltage needs stainless steel, right? And I'm like, stainless steel automation is a ways away. This does unfortunately mean that I'm probably entering territory where I should be using electrum pipes instead of tin. Should hopefully help these guys. Okay, I have an idea. I'm pretty sure I know what's going on, and I'm pretty sure I have a solution. So, my thought of what's going on is that now we have enough centrifuges here that they are actually able to overflow this pipe's like transfer rate, right? Like this pipe is overloaded. It's got too much stuff going through it, so that way the conveyors can't push stuff through it from the grinders. my idea, my solution, is to put a chest here. So now this chest is going to take all of the ores from these guys. I don't know why it's getting impure sulfur. Why are you getting impure sulfur? Who's spitting out impure sulfur where and why? I don't want impure sulfur. Oh, we find accidentally connected to the wrong pipe. Which very well may be the case. There's like a loop in it somewhere. Okay, whatever. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, this will be fixed in a second, actually. But anyways, we put everything into this chest, and then we pull out of this chest instead of pulling out of each one of these centrifuges. So that way, essentially what we're doing is we're buffering things. We're saying, yeah, we're stacking everything up before we ship it off. It'd be like instead of paying me every week, it's waiting until I hit like $1,000 or something like that. Then it's paying me out. I don't know how really to explain this other than that. But now it's pulling 32 pyrite as opposed to 1 pyrite, which should help to reduce the congestion on this pipe. And everything that ends up in here will end up in the right spot eventually, even if it might be slightly inefficient. And like sometimes it might pull 1, which sucks. But every once in a while I'll also hit like a juicy 64. Now these guys should be working 24/7 now without any problem. $96x. Wow. Yeah, no problem. Like, we're sending out pallets instead of like individual packages, kind of. Yeah, thing's almost full. Dude, there's so much stuff in here. I don't even know what to do with half of it. Okay, so hopefully ores will get processed faster. I do find it kind of funny that I haven't had the miner set up for a while, and I've been able to still pretty easily overload this thing. I did build this thing thinking it was kind of overkill. That is probably not the case anymore. Okay, I'm gonna run this line and then I'm probably gonna get off for the day. What's the best way to do this? Logistics pipes will make it the easiest. I think this is the play. It's gonna be the easiest way for me to automate this in a way that's also gonna be relatively fine to tear down. Okay, so that's supplier. I want you to supply with infinite lazurite. And this guy is going to provide. You can do unrouted, pull it out to here. I do still want to be able to go downstairs. So I'm going to do this to avoid our elevator. Alright. No, this is basic. This is supplier. You are provider, basic, unrouted, unrouted. Your job is to supply aluminum dust. This. Supplied for infinite aluminum. You can pull out of that inventory. And then more unrouted. And then a supplier for raw aluminum. And then hook this into the system. Is that a basics? I'm looking at a basic. Yep. Okay. That should do the trick. Yep. Aluminum's going over there. Raw aluminum's going down there. Should see a whole bunch of lazurite come up very shortly. Okay, yeah, it's gotta travel ways to pull from lazurite, but there we go. And I mean, I'd say I trust everything at this point to AFK and come back to hopefully thousands of aluminum. That would be the goal. I'll bury myself in a hidey hole somewhere or something. What do I do with this? Do I just like supplier them to a barrel? Because otherwise that is going to back up, right? If I let this thing run for like 6 hours. Which is the rough plan at the moment. Same goes with this here. Is there an active provider? There is not an active provider. I suppose an extractor is an active provider. do need a third one of these. All right. And then barrel. Oh, but this could jam. What if it picks up aluminum? It's fine. I got a potential solution. Problem solved. Alright, so I'm going to try to grab aluminum as soon as it comes out. Come on. Oh, I got it. Okay. So now I can also provide from here. And then I do need a third, actually. I suppose a fourth. And now if I get over like 64 stacks of one of these, I think at that point we've probably gotten plenty of aluminum. I'm not going to be too upset if it jams at that point. Okay, so now that should automatically pull stuff out. If it accidentally grabs a aluminum, it'll still make its way into the system eventually, which is not a big deal. So that chest is now no longer openable. Is it at least working? $64 plus 32, so it is working. I just had a thought that that might need to be medium. Yeah, it needs to be a medium conveyor. This one's fine as a slow conveyor. Dude, it just immediately got yoinked. I didn't even have time to lock the barrel. Okay, then does everything... The first thing we'll run out of is going to be lava. Okay, there we go. Now that should be pulling out more than this thing can output. Cool. Lava is a concern now with the current setup. No problems here. I'm actually out of lava right now. Literally called it. If I just use fluid pipes with a pump, that might be enough, and then I just need to give it like a good tank. Can bronze hold lava? I mean, steel's got our highest temperature. If steel doesn't work, I'll concede defeat here. So maybe I'd have to try Dark Steel. Dark Steel might be the better option. Train of thought. Pump. I think this is cool though. I think all this is gonna work. Okay, so that will correct the output. And now I just need to store an absurd amount of lava. One way would be with dark steel pipes. Oh, it's sloshing back and forth. Oh, it's not a big deal, but I was trying to get an idea of how much was in the total system. I think this is going to be the best way to go about this. I should probably set up a pump. I should grab a super tank and a basic pump with me into the nether. So that's all going. Cool. I'm gonna destroy a bunch of lava, but it's in the name of progress. So now I can store literally hundreds of thousands of lava. Whoops. Do I have a free super tank? I do. Things do give a bunch of nasty debuffs when they're picked up. But I can throw them in bags. So maybe if I'm quick? Alright, and then I need 3 pumps. I got the pipes, I need circuits. Yeah, circuits are gonna be a pain. Yeah, no, that's a little too YOLO. That's like way too YOLO. Can I buy circuits? And buy boards. Gold foil. We'll say at 5 I have to get going. How much power does this take? I'm gonna need a medium voltage battery buffer. I'll pilfer one from our from this guy. This up here. Probably steal this one. Steal this one and like 3 batteries from the other. Okay, make your medium voltage circuits, please. It's so quiet, and like I kept these machines, they have noise on. I think there's like an audio limit on Minecraft audio. I wonder how hard it'd be to make a mod that just like I press like Control S and it just clears all the audio. Like the whole audio buffer and queue and stuff, so that way it's just it plays. Does a pump need... I don't know if it will. Might need pipes. I'm looking for a mining pipe is at, and I can see there's an equivalent for pumps. Hopefully not. I'm a little worried that it's just gonna eat all of them trying to make medium voltage robo arms. What's the best way? I don't know, we'll wait and see. I suppose there's really not much stopping me from just grabbing what, like 4 of these, throwing them in there, and then I need the board, which is gold wire plus circuits. And I need 2 diodes. I'll grab 4. Copper wire. Which is probably busy. Oh, it's worse than busy. We're out of copper. I think I took all the chalcopyrite and converted it. I really don't want to take the copper ore. I'll take the crushed copper. Okay, we'll smelt these. This will give us enough copper to make the circuits. The diodes. Good circuit boards. We craft like so. The expensive way. Of course. How could I have forgotten? Oh no. I gotta alloy smelt them. Dude, I'm actually so tilted. Fluid solidifier, fluid extractor. Alright, do I have any more cells? Alright. Now we should have enough copper. There's always like 5 things in the way. I suppose now the thing that's in the way is, do we have the ingots? That is a pretty satisfying view of our resources. Okay, we're saved. Okay. too good. We'll make the pump. I'll grab the battery. I don't think I can make a battery buffer. It probably takes copper cables. I can make a 1x. All right. Finally, give me my good pump. Where did the steel pipes go? All right. And then grab 3 of these batteries. All right. Grab our good armor. Actually, let's fill up on water first. That would have been super tragic. And we gotta grab our glider. Also been very tragic. And then do I have some building blocks? What ran out of power? Advanced electrolyzer ran out of power. I suppose because this is too far, I can leave behind 2 batteries. I think that'll do it. I believe anyways. Let's double check. Because that gets out more amperage. You're limited to 2 amps. There's actually, if you're able to send out 2 amps, you should be able. No, it's 1 amp per battery. That's right. Never mind. I'm being dumb. Yeah, 1 amp per battery, and then you can input 2 amps per battery. Oh, that's the last retime. Got a pin message. Any ideas on how to shut off my smelter from filling with kelp? What is a good idea to keep it from accidentally overfilling in kelp? Check if there's room in your dried kelp buffer with a comparator. Then we invert the signal. Then if there is not room, we block kelp from into the furnaces. The room can be you can pull any signal strength from a comparator on the buffer Do see if there's anything in it. There isn't room. Yeah, they're not understanding. Oh well. To be fair, I am explaining it kind of in an obtuse way. I'm explaining it in the way that I would like some like technical project. It's like check your buffer and then invert the signal, and yeah, which kind of fair. Somebody doesn't understand that. Okay, project collect an absurd amount of lava. Is go. Dude, what in the world? Infernal, reckless, brutish, pigment of darkness. Every single attribute modifier. We just witnessed a god walk past us. Wonderful start to another trip. Oh, that is one way to start another trip. It says, as pleasant as I remember. Alright. Close stuff off a little bit. So, good pump goes here. Hopefully that's the right type of pipe. Oh, it placed something. Yay! You actually see where it's pulling, it looks like. Neat, that's gonna make lava collection so much easier in the future. There we go, declaimed. We'll do that, so it's the chunk loaded. Head back to the overworld. We'll collect that when it runs out of power. So we can plug into our Tinker's Smeltery. Is there anything else I need to set up before we're able to go AFK for a while? I think this is most things set up for a large AFK session. When we come back, all of our ores are room processed. We're gonna have a bunch of aluminum. Have an absurd amount of nitrogen and oxygen. I suppose there's like things that could happen that I'm unsure what happens when it does. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Like, for example, what happens when oxygen overflows? Over here, like 2.5 million oxygen. Almost 3 mil right now. I suppose you just turn that on. Is anything else even remotely close to hitting that point? Molten rubber, I mean, it's now 25% full. Benzene is actually getting... Yeah, surprising amount of benzene and surprising amount of nitrogen. Is it 11 or is it not at 10? Maybe 10. Okay. And he's soldering. Where is the soldering? There it is. Running perfectly, 8 seconds per. Thing is absolutely insane. So yeah, it's not backing up super. It's backing up fine enough though. And these guys are constantly going, which is probably the higher priority. So I could put like a medium voltage conveyor underneath of this chest. Is that medium voltage? It is medium voltage. Huh. I figured it'd be passing. Oh well, whatever. Not a big deal. Not a big deal with this thing. Alright, I don't think there's anything else too major. I suppose I should get a milk bucket. That's recommended if you're gonna pick up a super tank. Hopefully they didn't change around the mechanics of milking cows. I would not put it past them though. Alright, nearest cows. I genuinely don't remember. I suppose it's probably in the other direction, because that's usually the way I go. This is usually the way I go when I'm trying to kill mobs, right? For like the kill quests. Which I haven't done in a while, because apparently the heart cap is 10, which... Okay, fair enough, if I die 10 times in a row, it's kind of dumb. But at the same time, it's like... You know, I feel like at some point I should set up a farm that gets me all the mob kills every day. But I don't know, that's just me. Suppose I should have probably brought 2, shouldn't I? Oh well. Alright, let's go get our lava. And then I'm gonna get ready to head out. Okay, we got toughness 4, and we got resistance and strength. So those are... Insurance is pretty good. I could do with a bit more fruit. Yeah, I need something better than apple pie. Oh wow, this thing is actually super power efficient. I was not expecting this thing to be that power efficient. When I said like 256 EU per operation, I guess, that's true. Whereas these guys are holding like thousands. Yeah, the entire thing's got millions. Oh, that's kind of an interesting icon. Should run out of power any second now. Come on. Dude, the internal buffer. Kind of impressive. Still going? Alright, finally it's found down. Alright. 302,000. Hopefully that's enough. Okay, let's just hang out. It's also only 10 seconds long. That's not too bad. They never expected the backpack. They did consider that it was hot, because it did do damage to us because we weren't holding it. Which is funny that they consider like, oh, you're picking up something hot. But also at the same time, I did just dump in a backpack. I'll be like just over enough to fill both of these pipes, which is kind of hilarious. Oh. Ouch. Steam doesn't usually hurt that much. Cool, so that's going. Zurite's automatically going up in there. This guy's doing its thing. Chugging along. Ruminament's up in there. Let's put our battery buffers back. And then I feel comfortable leaving this for a few hours. Oh, probably because one battery buffer is helping to charge the other, and vice versa. Oh, and this one's actually backwards. It'd be facing up. Yeah. I do it too. There we go. Now we should be all set. Hopefully come back to thousands of aluminum and not some other crazy unforeseen accident. And requests like 600 something steel too while I'm at it. Okay, 40 stacks is probably too many. $1,280 steel ingot request successful. Alright, so I have that too. Nice. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop streaming. I'm heading up to family. Let me get myself a little hold AFK in. And hopefully nothing blows up too badly. Do I have a light? I do. Alright, here's my AFK hole. Come back and like literally everything's just completely gone. My base is a crater. I'm live, but I got like 4 hearts and like barely any hunger. The sun is setting. Oh, that'd be so wild. But yeah, it's good to get back into streaming. Probably stream again more. Project is mostly finished. You know what? I'll consider it finished. Even though we do need a bit more nitrogen per second. But yeah, until next time, guys. Take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.